Good morning. It's 11:02. I'm Dave Globin. This is Boogie with the Bull Saturday morning, a rare Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern here in beautiful Fleming Island, Florida. It's about 666 degrees outside under partly cloudy skies, and it's raining off and on, and it's going to do that most of the weekend. There's chances for some storms later this evening. And we never know if the power will get knocked out or if our AT&T broadband will get knocked out or our straight talk mobile data hotspot gets knocked out. So I figured we would come on now and try to get something going. We're going to play around and do a few things that we haven't done before. We're going to be live on StreamYard, which we are right now, and we're streaming to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel on YouTube. And from there, once I'm sure we're there, we're going to do some live shares. And it may take a few minutes to get there. And once it gets there, then we're going to have some fun. So we're still waiting for YouTube to have us live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. Modern technology is so great to work with, and YouTube is just another means of us getting Boogie with the Bull broadcasts out, as well as other people whose broadcasts work with us. So I see that we are live on YouTube, and the YouTube live chat is going. So that's where the live chat will be. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out of YouTube for a second, and we're going to go back into YouTube for a second, go back into watching it on YouTube, kill the live chat for a second. We're going to take the link, and we are going to copy the link into the Facebook news feed. We're going to fire up Facebook very quickly, and as I said, Delilah's in the background there, giving me the order of everything to do and how to do it. We had a dress rehearsal before. So it's going to take a few minutes. Bear with me. I promise we will get into the program very quickly. But this was a good time to test the Boogie with the Bull broadcast system and make sure that we're all set and ready to go. Hold on. We're going to have to go back. Facebook is playing its usual game with me that my password isn't right. Plays that game with just about everybody I know lately. Makes you log in 4 or 5 times before it lets you get in. And there we are. We are live. We are live on my profile, and hopefully it will show up in the Facebook news feed. So we are hopefully it will go into the Facebook news feed. Let me get back into Facebook. Modern technology. I know, Delilah, we're doing the best we can. We're actually doing the absolute best that we can. So we are live on the Dave Wogan profile on Facebook. So you're more than welcome to hop in there and join the Boogie with the Bull live chat. We're going to do one more share. We're going to go over to Telegram, and we're going to go into the actually, no, we're not going to go into Telegram. We're going to go over to StreetLock, and we're going to put it on my profile on StreetLock, StreetLock, StreetLock.com. It's conservative, it's patriot, it's everything you are limited or not allowed to do on Facebook because they claim it violates the community standards. And we don't have that problem over on StreetLock because you're allowed to be a conservative, you're allowed to be a patriot, you're allowed to be a Democrat, whatever you are. And you just have to respect everybody else. So we're going to go into StreamYard right now. And we're going to take, it's not going to do what I want it to do. It's going to play difficult. So hang on with me just a moment. We're going to go back in and take the link again because for some reason it's not going to let me take the link. We will copy the link and we will go from the YouTube channel back over to StreetLock and go into my profile, and it's not letting me. There it is. It is now. Let me get it. It is making its way over to YouTube. Over to StreetLock. So it is live on StreetLock right now. It's live on Facebook on my profile, live on StreetLock on my profile. And one more time, we're going to see if we can get into Telegram. Sometimes I have to wait and get it's going to make me wait and get a logon code. So give me a second, put my phone number in. Put that in, and we'll move you out of the way. And we're going to wait for the code. And while we wait for the code, good morning. It is Saturday. A lot of things going on in the world and being reported on various social media networks. That's why we decided that we would go live today using the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. Linked over to Facebook on my profile and linked over to StreetLock in the StreetLock newsfeed on my profile. And we're going to try to get it into the APR Telegram broadcast group if we can, in fact, get a code from. Sometimes you have to play a game and wait for it. Telegram likes to count down, says like it's going to call me in about 2 minutes, and it usually does it faster than that. So we're watching on the phone to get the code and make sure they didn't do something like send it to me an email. I got an email that said we're live on the YouTube channel, and let's see. Come on. In about a minute and 36 seconds. Anyway, but like I was trying to say, there's a lot going on in the world. And what we want to do with Boogie with the Bull is be on as many social media networks as we can to get you that information. Part of the reason for going live this morning was to appeal to truck drivers who are either traveling in convoys to Washington, D.C., if you haven't already got there, or are still in Washington, D.C. on convoy assignments, and as well as those who are working and doing their best to work with the rising prices of diesel. I wanted to reach out to as many truck drivers as possible that want to take part in Boogie with the Bull 12 noon Eastern broadcasts Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to give us constant updates of what's going on throughout the country. So it doesn't matter where you are, even if you have a cellular phone, and a cellular phone camera is the best means of you can do it. We will accommodate you and get you on to the broadcast. The only thing I ask is that if you're driving your truck, please have a mount on your dashboard or somewhere so that your camera isn't in your hand as you're driving. Distracted driving is not okay in any vehicle. So have a dash cam or dash holder for your cell phone and be live on the broadcast is wickedly awesome and okay with me. It says right now that Telegram is calling me, so let's give it a minute and see if we do in fact get the code. If not, we'll try Telegram. We'll drop the broadcast on Telegram. There it is. The Telegram code is no, didn't like that one, so we'll try it again. The Telegram code is, nope, that's an old one. We didn't get the new one yet. Come on, Telegram, send me the code. This is wickedly embarrassing. Didn't get the code. Let's see if they will send it to me again. I don't want it that way. Well, they're going to try to send it to me in email this time. Let's see if they do that. I don't need, that is not what I need. I don't need to send you. I want you to send me the code. Come on, Telegram. We're not doing this. Send me, okay. We'll give it about another minute. If we don't get the code from Telegram, then we'll drop the link in Telegram once we get on later this afternoon, and we'll know that it's working. Again, just trying to reach out to as many truck drivers or delivery personnel, drivers. If you're independent, you're more than welcome to weigh in too. If you're an Uber driver, you're more than welcome to weigh in because Uber drivers and partner drivers are responsible for their own gas. And it's it's a business expense, but you have to measure out the amount of gas you're able to buy in order to keep working. So it may be time for Uber to temporarily raise prices a little bit. I think this might be Telegram calling me with a code. Let's find out. Hello?
Hey, my name is Karen, calling on behalf of US.
Nope, not interested. It wasn't Telegram, so we'll put Telegram in later. But it does bring up another interesting point, if I'm going to keep jumping from interesting points. If you are a telemarketer and you have my cellular phone number and you call me and you beep so that I know it's getting transferred over to you, and you introduce yourself, maybe confirm that it's me, and then go into your speech, and it doesn't matter what I say or what's happening around me that you're hearing, and you just insist on delivering your thing, I'm going to hang up. I'm going to block your number. I know that's not going to do any good because you'll find another phone number to call me from or another forwarder to call me from, and I will block that one too. And I'll just keep blocking them. And then I think it's time for Congress to visit the official no-call list and start instituting fines if you keep getting bothered by telemarketers who you have asked to not send you messages. So looking over at the YouTube monitor, we're going to try to activate YouTube. YouTube live chat is active. Let's see if it works over here. I'll say hi to myself and see if it shows up. It is in the, there it is. So YouTube live chat is working. So if you're on Facebook, follow the link that will bring you over to the live broadcast on the YouTube channel. It is the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. It will help us. And we're hoping to get 1,000 viewers, 1,000 subscribers as quickly as we can, and be watched for 4,000 hours. Yeah, in the grand scheme of monetizing your broadcast, yeah, there's expenses in doing a broadcast, and I'm sorry, but if YouTube is going to give us a portion of the advertising revenue based on the number of subscribers and the number of hours I'm watched, I gotta have to do it, which is why we're going to start doing more on YouTube. That's the hardcore reason. The other reason is that it's easier to take it from StreamYard, put it over to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, and let anybody who's watching share it everywhere they want, as well as while we're live, we're going to try to have it on Facebook, Street Lock, the APR Telegram channel, MeWe, Gab, idominate.com. If we can get onto social, if we ever get an account, and we can get it there, we'll have it there. If we can post it on Rumble, we will post it on Rumble. We will just take the broadcast that I do and the broadcast that I work with other people and get them posted everywhere we can. The main interest right now is getting things from StreamYard over to the APR Telegram broadcast channel and using that as a point to share the broadcast, as well as getting it onto Facebook so people can watch it, but hopefully bringing you over to the Telegram broadcast channel. Also, hopefully bringing you over to StreetLock. Again, StreetLock.com, StreetLock.com. You will hear me talk about them all the time. If I could, the green screen behind me would be the StreetLock logo with the web address on it, and try to get you over there. They are in the process of doing a major update on StreetLock. It will include StreetLock Live, which is their live stream module. It is, for all I can say, imagine YouTube on steroids, and any other live stream service that you have. And we hope to be involved in the beta test, which is coming up in the next few weeks, as well as landing Boogie with the Bull there. I believe right now my plan is to land it there Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. and see how that goes. And then throughout the rest of the week, look at other times of the day that people might want to watch it on StreetLock. It'll land on the Telegram, the APR Telegram broadcast channel every time we do one. We'll just make sure that we're all set up and able to do it before we go live. So again, we did appeal to, if you're a truck driver, delivery person, an Uber driver, a Lyft driver. There's Roadie, which is Uber and UPS. It's similar to Instagram and Instacart and other things, other services. If you're using one of those apps to make a living, and you are paying your gas, and your gas costs are going to go up, which will affect your profitability, you'll either have to work more or work less, or work smarter to make money. I'm interested in putting together a Boogie with the Bull broadcast that will include various drivers, truck drivers who have to pay their expenses because they get paid per mile, delivery people, the same thing, Uber drivers, cab drivers, whatever. If you're driving at a job that you have to pay a portion of the gas or all of the gas, I'm interested in getting an opportunity to discuss how this is affecting you. And gas prices are kind of going up crazily. We're now over $4 at BJ's. We're now over $4 at some of the smaller independent or off brands that they're not really even off brands, but it's Speedy and Racetrack, which were former Hess and Irving gas stations. We have a Speedy and I think we have a Racetrack in Orange Park. They're over $4. Mobile around the corner from us, with a convenience store that's pretty busy in the morning, has been at $4.18, and I think the Mobile at the Circle K up the road on College Drive is $4.23. So prices are climbing here in Florida. And I got to tell you, again, it's absolutely disgusting. And the reason that I think it's disgusting is that if only 4% of our imported oil came from Russia, then it should be very easy for, say, if there's 4 countries that we're importing it from, or even 2 countries that we're importing it from, to divide up the 4% and increase their production just enough to handle that 4%. That prices could drop back down to where they were before all of this craziness in Russia and Ukraine broke out. It's interesting. You can see President Biden snap at the oil companies saying, price gouging and trying to make a profit at times when we're experiencing tough economic times and whatever is not right. Well, Joe, go back over your 48-year, now 50-year career in politics. And, how many times when you were in the Senate did you see the country do the same thing? You were around during odd even gas rationing. You were around during price increases in the past. You were still floating around, somehow involved in politics. In 2008, you were the vice president. And when I launched maximum delivery service and prices in Waltham for gas went up to $3.99 and then actually did show $4 on a thing. And I had a 30-gallon gas tank and a full-size 97 Ford Expedition. And it was costing me a corporate ride into the airport in that was $120, and at $4 a gallon, 30 gallons cost me $120. So, I ended up changing how the SUV went out and on what work, and only kept enough gas in it to cover the work that it was doing. It was my personal vehicle, so I, started doing my errands and my running around on when I was out working. So, it's tough. You have to manage. People have heard me say that I would not sell my treasured 2001 Toyota Avalon XL right now, not because it only has 131,000 miles on it, not because it came from my mother who drove it for 20 and a half years before she gave it to me. But, there's really no reason to get rid of it. It's got a brand new 18.5 gallon gas tank in it because after 20 years, there was some serious rust in the other one and it had to be replaced. So it's got a beautiful fiberglass 18.5 gallon gas tank that is more than we need most of the time, so we don't fill it. Everything in Middleburg, Fleming Island, Orange Park is within driving range. Jacksonville is close if we need to get into different parts of Jacksonville. So, there's really no reason to get rid of it. And I follow the price of Toyota Avalons, primarily the 2001, because if I could acquire a few of them, they might become working for hire vehicles again. So I have seen the same year as my mother's 2001 XLs, which don't have a sunroof, and XLSs, which do have a sunroof. With 300,000 miles, the asking price was about $7,000, and I think he told me he sold it for $5,000. I should be able to get 7,000 with 131,000 miles on it if someone wants it bad enough, or it should definitely increase the trade value. I got offered $1,500 for it on a 2014 GMC Terrain Denali that had, I think, 8,000 more miles on it. But I wanted to move back up to some kind of an SUV. They wanted $10,000 for it, and the day that I went in to fill out the paperwork, they sold it for $14,000 cash. Someone traded in a much larger Ford Expedition for it, and my 1997 was a Massachusetts State Police package, so it got nine gas stations to the mile city and 13 gas stations to the mile highway. So it was not fuel efficient at all. But I'm happy with the Toyota. I actually like the car. It's comfortable. It's fully loaded. In 2001, a fully loaded Toyota Avalon XL meant that you got both, actually all three. You got a great AM/FM radio with a 6 CD changer and a cassette deck. So it's the best of both worlds. I'm a classic music lover guy. I have cassettes that I still listen to. I have CDs that I still listen to. And sometimes I listen to the radio. Not very often, only because I am tired of radio commercials interrupting my my radio pleasure. So most of the time I have a CD in if I'm commuting. And yes, the best music for me to listen to when I'm driving is classical. Keeps me relaxed and focused, and that's what I do. I did when I was working professionally. I always had a Bluetooth in my ear if I had to answer the phone, and I always asked people in the car with me if they minded that I answered the phone. And if they did not want me to answer the phone, then I didn't. If they didn't care, then I would answer it and just say, call me back right now and leave a voice message. I'm driving. And 99% of the time they did. But it's tough, especially here in Fleming Island, Middleburg, Orange Park, Blanding Boulevard, 224, I think it is 3 lanes in each direction. So it's like driving on a highway, and it's busy around the clock. It doesn't matter. 2 o'clock in the morning, it's like rush hour at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just, it doesn't really matter. And people in the left lane all of a sudden have to shoot over to the right lane because the business that they're going to is right there. It's like driving on a racetrack. So the last thing you want to do is be looking at your radio or looking at your cell phone, or even looking at your GPS can be difficult. And just pay attention when you're out there. It's just tough. So at 11:30, we'll kind of do a recap of what I'm looking for today. Trying to find truck drivers, drivers for a living, or any driver for a living that pays either a portion of the gas for the vehicle that they use, or pays the whole gas tab for the vehicle that they use. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you're an Uber driver, a Lyft driver, a various one of the other drivers, a cab driver. It doesn't matter to me. A delivery driver that pays part of it, a truck driver that pays all of it or part of it. Let me know. Truck drivers are of main interest because right now I know you're all traveling the country in the convoys, and you're also out there working. You're the major part of the supply chain transportation. And if people think it got better and stores were having adequate supplies, and I even said this the other day, Walmart, we all know big chains like Walmart operate their own fleets, but it's the same thing. If you don't have the diesel to run your trucks, then you're not going to be able to let me just answer a quick message. We'll send that out and see what they say. Sometimes I miss the old days when I had a live producer of my own in radio, where I just sat in front of the mic and did what I needed to do. And there were people there to press the buttons and answer the phone or answer a message, so I apologize. I did my best. I did get us on to YouTube. the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. I did get us onto Facebook from the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. I did get us on Streetlock from the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. And I promise the next time I do this, I will set it up earlier in advance so that by the time we come live, it's all set and ready to go. So if you are watching on Facebook, the live chat, you may have to activate it yourself. YouTube live chat is active right now. You may have to activate it on your screen. I don't know. If you tap your screen and you look up above, it says Boogie with the Bull, Wake Up America. Then there's an arrow pointing to the right. Next to that is the chat bubble like you see in comic books. You tap that, and when it lights up, then you know your YouTube chat is working. Down at the bottom, it'll say chat publicly as whoever you are. And you'll see that. I'll see it on the StreamYard live screen, and I'll make sure that you become a part of the broadcast. Speaking of broadcasts, I tend to be willing to bring anybody in to a broadcast as an anchor that shows an interest in any one of the broadcasts I do, whether it's the 12 p.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Boogie with the Bull broadcasts, whether it's a last minute 11 a.m. Saturday like we're doing today broadcast, or someone says, hey, let's put a broadcast together and see what we can do. Randall Griesenbeck has approached me on helping with a 10 camera broadcast. That means that we won't be able to do it until I have jumped up to paid StreamYard, which I plan to do the first week of April. But right now, I said to Randall, I have 6 cameras available, and a lot of times it's me and 5 empty ones, or me and Jen, or me, Jen, and Randy Rhodes. So there's 2 or 3, but there's always 2 or 3 open. So we may just play around with that right now. But we are working on a 10 anchor broadcast. You will be able to call in to Randy Griesenbeck in Arkansas, and he will handle the live calls and moderate the live calls. I will moderate the live anchor panel and the live chat. So everybody will have a good time. We don't know exactly what the broadcast schedule will be. I believe it's going to be Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays, I may not be able to be there because I have committed Boogie with the Bull to Streetlock at 8 p.m. Wednesday evenings. So I may not be able to be there. Or what we'll do is we'll just, and I can't do 8 p.m. broadcasts anyway. My schedule just doesn't allow it. I try to do more during the day and may even move into podcasts on some of it. But the plan is to have 5 broadcasts of Randy and mine and 8 other live anchors broadcast, and either Randy will live produce it on a night that I can't, or we'll always figure something out. So it will always be on. Maybe we'll just on Wednesday nights we'll have it on Streetlock as well. Maybe we'll just have it everywhere. I don't really know. I know very quickly it's going to come to a point where I'm going to drop it on my Facebook profile, and if you see it, you can get it, you can take it, you can share it. We have the Boogie with the Bull share team. We have the Studio 10 and 10 O'Clock Talks share team that helps us out, and we help them out. So, everybody should be able to get it shared around on Facebook. And I only say that because it's becoming very clear to me that after 13 years that Facebook is losing its general usefulness to me. I spent most of the last 13 years in some sort of personal restrictions on my personal Facebook account. Now it has led to just about every day of the week. Our 9 groups are in some kind of restriction, and more seem to get added almost every day. We have 9 groups on Facebook: Americans for Free Speech, American Regulators, Boogie with the Bull, Citizen Journalists for the American People, Conservative Freedom Defenders, God Bless America, and Lady Liberty, The Few, the Proud, the Deplorable, Trump America, and the Constitution, and our newest one, Wake Up America. I don't even see them in my news feed, and I'm the chief admin of all 9 of them. There are other admins involved. Conservative Freedom Defenders is Art Sess's group, and American Regulators is a group that Eric Leon Barton and I worked with Jim Bowles, who I believe is now a top 10 citizen broadcaster over there on TikTok. But, so I mean, I don't even see our 9 groups in my Facebook newsfeed. I see some friends most of the time when they get out, when they know they're going into Facebook jail and they've gotten out of Facebook jail. And the rest, I just don't see. So I don't even know how many people will see the Boogie with the Bull broadcast today. Actually, what we'll do right now is we'll X out of where we are, and we'll cut out of here for a second, and we'll go back over to Facebook, and we'll help everybody out. I don't know if this is a broadcast that people are going to want to see anyway, because I'm kind of rambling from one thing to another, and I hope that at the end of the broadcast you found things to pick out of the broadcast. But we're back on the studio monitor on Facebook in my profile, and we'll go out of that for a second, and we'll take this and we'll share it to, actually it has to be manual share, so it's going to be shared after the broadcast. Or you can just go to my profile if you're my friend and you'll see it, or go to my profile because I'm a public profile, so anybody can see it. You don't have to be my friend to see it, and it's buried so deep right now that you probably won't see it in your news feed anyway. But after the broadcast, when it posts on Facebook as a podcast, then I'll make sure it gets shared around. It's kind of thrown together at the last minute anyway. Today, it was reaching out to specifics to get them onto the broadcast. I am going to do one thing that I asked someone if they were around, if they wanted to join the broadcast, and I'll see if that person joins, and if they do, then if they do, then we're all set. So an invite went out there, an invite went out there, an invite, one more invite is going to go out. Oh, I know, live technology. I'm sitting there and you're seeing my smiling face on the camera as I am sending out some invitations to people to join me and see if they actually do. So you got one and you got one, and I'm going to send out 2 more while I'm thinking about it, and hopefully they will join me. This is Randall. Send it there. I don't know if he'll get one, if he'll get it, because he said that he was having messenger problems, and no, we're not going to send out that one. So let's see. We sent one to Randall Griesenbeck. We sent one to Jim Kelly, who is the chief admin of American Patriots Rising here on Facebook and the owner of the APR Telegram broadcast channel and the APR Telegram group chat on Telegram. He's in the process of taking just about everything that he has on Facebook and moving it over to Telegram. I've told him that I think the smarter move is not to unplug from Facebook and go every place else. Go everywhere else you want to leave, but keep your Facebook account and use your Facebook account to recruit everywhere else that you're going to land, whatever you have on Facebook. Plus, you gotta stay in at least one big tech so you can get big tech corruption reports. I say a prayer every night before I go to bed to all of us on the Truth Social wait list. I am 205,000. I don't know what the last three numbers are. I've never seen the last three numbers. And to the best of my knowledge, I'm the only one who, when they go to post and brag about whatever their waitlist number is on Truth Social, I'm the only one I know that doesn't have the last three numbers. There was one person I know who actually applied to be a member and was declined. I believe it was a female. I don't remember the name, and I probably wouldn't tell you even if I did. But if it was you, please jump on a Boogie with the Bull with me and talk about it. And hey, I've been ragging on Truth Social lately, and I'm sorry that people are now questioning whether or not I am a Trump supporter or whether or not I am a supporter of Truth Social. So I'm going to say it now, 11:44, pay attention, read my lips, as George Bush Sr. used to say. I support Donald Trump, okay? I voted for Donald Trump in 2016. The reason I voted for Donald Trump in 2016 is because I thought he was the best of the two candidates running to help get America's financial pages back in order, because he built a thriving global organization that has continued to do well over the years and pay people and return an investment to investors. And I don't, you can argue about all of that crap. He did say in the 2016 GOP debates, I've used bankruptcy probably more times than anybody else has, but I used it for the right reasons. I reorganized the company, worked out more amicable solutions with banks and finance people, and so it's not really taking advantage of anything. It's things that were there, and they're there for that reason. And my response was, he protected a lot of jobs. A lot of people are still working. More people are working, and I'm sorry if that ticks off people. But I did vote for him in 2016. I did vote for him in 2020. I don't know if I would vote for him if he's the only candidate. If he's the Republican candidate in 2024, then yes, I will vote for him, because I'm not going to write in somebody, and I'm not going to vote for the Democrat. And I would support him if that is the case. I've said to a lot of people, I don't think he's going to be the GOP candidate in 2024, and I stand behind that. And I tell people that that will be proven to me, I think, if in 2022, in November, if the Democrats keep the majority of Congress, including the 2/3 necessary to impeach a president, and in the 2024 presidential election, they still have Congress, including a 2/3 majority to impeach a president. Then, if Donald Trump is elected, I think it's going to be 4 more years of reliving impeachment attempts in the past. And, we just don't need that. I mean, I hope most of the Democrats that did that will be voted out and replaced with Republicans. But, there's no guarantee. The Randy Rhodes narrative, which we've discussed almost every Boogie with the Bull broadcast. The Democrats told us what they were going to do, how they were going to do it, and when they were going to do it, and they did it right in front of us. And when it was done, we kind of looked up and said, okay. I mean, there are people that have all kinds of evidence that verify and prove what was done. And Mike Pence should be on trial for treason somewhere, maybe, because he violated his oath of office as Senate president when Ted Cruz stood up and said, I want to protest the results of the election. And Senate President Pence's response was, we're not going to deal with any of that today. We're just going to certify the election. Well, you can't certify the election if a Senate elector from a state wants to file a protest. So, I'm sorry, at that, Senate President Pence has to explain to the American people why he violated his function in the Senate and accept whatever penalty comes with it. And it's not necessarily whether or not it reinstates President Trump or gives President Trump a chance to run for another term or anything. I don't care about any of that. In 2020, President Trump was elected the president of the United States, and he wasn't sworn in, and he's not doing the job that we elected him to do. So that needs to be reviewed once and for all, and with all of the information both sides can provide. And then those people that screwed it up need to be dealt with. Punished or whatever you want to call it, banned from government jobs, and again, maybe jail time, whatever you want to give them is what you need to give them. But I definitely do not think that the bulk of the Americans right now in the Democrat Party and in the Republican Party want to see a Democrat House a Democrat Congress with a 2/3 majority be the Congress if Donald Trump runs and gets elected in 2024, because it's going to be 4 more years of impeachment BS until they get him to resign or nail him with something that he has to resign for. And, we have more important things on our plate than dealing with 4 more years of impeachment. Flipping the House to Republican, flipping the Senate to Republican may hopefully help eliminate that. But we need a Republican Congress. We need that answers to Republican governors who answer to the voters of their states. And that's what we need to do. We need to take Jonathan Garcia's 1776 2.0, and like Jonathan often says, remember, we're not going back to being a constitutional republic in states that are constitutional republics. We always were. We just need to pull our heads out of our own rectums. That's my adding to it, and realize that we always were, and get rid of the people that are screwing up the federal government, and remind them that we don't serve them, they serve us. So that's where that is. I think Ron DeSantis, our governor of Florida, stands an excellent chance if he decides he wants to be president of going into the primaries and the nominating debates and all of that. I think he would be an excellent person for the job. But by the same token, having just moved to Florida a few months ago and seeing how Governor DeSantis operates the state, I don't really know if I want to see him leave the state. So I don't know who else there is. There was a time that I said Governor Abbott and Governor DeSantis, or Governor DeSantis and Governor Abbott, however you want to stack the ticket. Don't know how I would go either way right now. People are saying Candace Owens as a vice president again. Some people are saying as a president, but maybe as a vice president. I don't really know. The reason that I'm not sure is that a lot of people I talk to say, well, you really got to put your dues in, start in the House, do a term in the House, maybe 2 terms in the House, move over to the Senate, do 2 terms in the Senate, and then when you've proven yourself to the voters, then maybe step up and run as vice president. I personally think that running as vice president is the most useless thing you'd ever want to do. Why? Because you spend most of your life only doing what your president delegates to you to do, and waiting for something to happen that removes your president and elevates you to being president. So to me, you're always in somebody's shadow. You're not really doing anything for you. And there's a good chance that if your president comes up for impeachment, you're going to get called in and cross-examined by the other side, and probably in your testimony show why you shouldn't become president. So, I just think I don't really know why I or anybody would think about taking the role of vice president unless maybe you knew something about the president's health that you were going to serve under, and maybe that person wouldn't be capable. I think that's what the Democrats did with Vice President Harris, and I think they got burned when they realized that removing Mr. Biden would probably do more damage to the White House than bringing Kamala in, because they basically have a president who really doesn't do anything. I think he does what he's told to do. He has the right handlers. He has Dr. Biden, who makes sure he gets out of bed and gets dressed every day, or a White House valet that does it. And he has another person who, as soon as he's out of bed and he's dressed, walks him downstairs to breakfast, probably sits there, goes over with him. Jill Psaki probably hands him, what his comments should be if he accidentally runs into a reporter and has to speak. I watched him the other day on TV when he did the speech that we're not going to import Russian oil anymore. He actually, as they were yelling questions at him, he looked at them all and he got serious and he said, I'm leaving. I'm going to Texas. I don't have any more information for you. I'll have something when I get to Texas. And that was just a bluff. They said to him, when you're done, turn around, walk out the door. Don't say anything. Don't even say it. Don't even look at anybody. Just say thank you. Turn around, close your notebook, and walk out the door. And I'm surprised that he actually didn't start answering questions. So that's stuff that we deal with at 11:56 on Saturday morning. What things make sense and what things don't. All right. Michael Anthony cannot be with us this morning because he is heading out to clear snow in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. So in light of that, you will see all over Facebook because I'm sure Michael and his team have posted it. I will be posting it later today. You will see the meme that has the anonymous mask under a hoodie with the middle finger aimed at their head, kind of like a gun, that says, Michael Anthony, 10 o'clock talks. We're not part of your effing system. Actually, today I feel like saying it. Michael Anthony, 10 o'clock talks. We're not part of your fucking system. So look for some kind of a Saturday night, 8:30 broadcast from 10 o'clock talks tonight with Michael Anthony. So let's see, scrolling down there, Michael sends me pictures all the time of the back label of food products that carry at the bottom contains bioengineered food ingredients. Seems to be an argument on both sides that bioengineered food ingredients are contaminating us with Jovid 21 and other things. And I agree with some of them that could very well be happening, as well as I get people on the other side that say, well, we've been bioengineering the food that we eat to make it more nutritious, get longer growing lives, be able to adapt in weather to where, some things that couldn't grow, that need to be grown, were able to grow. And, so it's a double-sided coin. You have to decide which one you want to believe in. And when it comes to food and feeding yourself and your family, you have to decide what you think is right. I will just tell you, though, that to me, a mocha frappe and a bag of fries from McDonald's is a meal. In that some way it has all the 4 food groups in it. It doesn't mean it's a nutritious meal, but by the same token, if you add a McDonald's meat product sandwich and you eat it on Monday, 500,000 years later, it's still probably going to be in your stomach. And because my primary care team decided that it would be funny to get this fool in for a colonoscopy on April 1st. I'm paying close attention to what's going into my stomach and passing my colon as it leaves my body, because I just am not looking forward to the invasion of the butt cam and all of that stuff we don't really need to talk about this morning. It is important to tell people that, yes, follow the schedule, get your first one in your 50s, get your second one. When I got mine, first one, I think I got it at 51, and I was supposed to get the next one at 55, I think. Then it didn't happen. Now I'm being told that you get your first one at 50, and then it should be every 10 years thereafter, unless there is a reason. But make sure you get that first one if you're 50, and if you're over 50 and you haven't gotten it, then get in there and get your first one. I believe it was a year or two ago, we lost Stella Driscoll Gaines, everybody's cab owner, driver, friend in Waltham, where I had my cabs, to colon cancer. And very sad, because Stella was a great person. A great person, nice friend, friendly to everybody, never really spoke badly about anybody, wouldn't allow other people to speak badly about other people, and just an all-around good person. I was in a comic book, card shop, sports memorabilia shop the other day, and they had a certified, actually real PSA and DNA certified Elvis Presley signature that they wanted $6,500 for. And back in the good old days, if I was out shopping and I saw that and they wanted it, and they wanted $6,500 for it, if I had it, I would have bought it and given it to Stella, because Stella's living room at the time was a shrine to Elvis, because Stella was a major Elvis fan and actually shared his birthday, January 8th. Other strange ramblings out of my mouth that you don't necessarily need to know. Anyway, I don't see anyone in the live chat. I'm sorry that I didn't give you more notice and you didn't come and join me, but I'll be sure that I make sure that people understand from now on that the normal path of a broadcast is going to be StreamYard over to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, and from the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel to Facebook, StreetLock, Telegram, and the APR Telegram broadcast channel, a few other places, and we'll just go from there. So there might tend to be a Xander Gibb Memorial pre-rehearsal in the first few minutes of the program to confirm that everything is where it is supposed to be. And if you want to be part of the live chat, please come join us in the Boogie with the Bull channel YouTube live chat when we're on, because it's just taking us to the next level. We're going to be everywhere and somewhere that you will be able to watch us on and or be a part of the broadcast. And I just hope that you come and join us. Monday is the next Boogie with the Bull broadcast, at least the next scheduled one, Monday afternoon from 12 noon to 1 p.m. Count on Jen Woodruff being there if she can. Count on Randy Rhodes being there if he can. Randy Griesenbeck might pop by. You never know. Michael Anthony may be watching or pop by. And if you thought about doing a broadcast like Boogie with the Bull, well, pop into the live chat on Monday and say, link me. And I'll, depending on who you are and what you want to do, I may bring you in. I like a little bit more notice, but give me a little bit more notice. Message me that you want to try one. Come up with a topic for the broadcast. If there's guests that you're going to have on, remember that there are only 6 cameras and you can control 3. And I will control the other 3. So that's what you have to do. Anyway, Delilah's going to start barking because the dogs are barking on the other side. And I didn't use the snowball mic today because it's so sensitive it picks the dogs up on the other side. So I'm going to just say at this point, thank you for watching. If you get a chance, you can watch today's Boogie with the Bull on Facebook. You can watch it on StreetLock. You will be able to watch it on the APR Telegram broadcast group channel later today. I will get it posted there, or the next time we do one, I'll get it posted there. I don't really know for sure that it was necessary to post this one all over. Again, want to be on one? Message me who you are, what you are, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 noon, which one you want. In the case of if it's something that needs to be on a Boogie with the Bull 2.0, that's our 8 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday broadcasts, then we will set that up. And because we're working hard on trying to move the Boogie with the Bull broadcast to StreetLock Wednesday at 8 p.m., we can be on StreetLock, and anybody can share it anywhere they want from there. StreetLock.com, StreetLock.com. Owned by conservatives and patriots who have put together, I think, the best hardware network and software modules. Everything you want to be able to do on a social media network is there on StreetLock. The only thing that isn't there is Facebook's false news violation and community standards censorship. You have an opinion, you have a right to post something. There are always rules, and if you post something, that it's going to be taken down, and you could get disciplined in some way. But we all know, stick to what is allowed on a social media network, and don't go posting things that are going to get you into trouble. But they don't have trolling. Fake checkers on street locks scrolling through everything that's posted, and if it doesn't agree with them, then it's false news and community standards violation, or you get blocked, or this, that, and the other. It just doesn't happen over there. It looks kind of like you're looking at a Twitter screen, but it's very easy to maneuver, and I think you will enjoy it. We have Convoy to DC 2022, the People's Convoy. We also have Wake Up America, and we have Trump America and the Constitution over there. And we're working hard on building daily news feeds for it. So I tell people, if you're in convoy groups on Facebook, if you're in Wake Up America on Facebook, as well as the Wake Up America group chat here on Messenger, and if you're in Trump America and the Constitution, you're on Facebook and you're posting into it on a regular basis, then go over to StreetLock and post whatever you post in any convoy group on Facebook. Go over there and post it in those groups on StreetLock. And Graham Jackson, the owner of StreetLock, who mentored me for a couple of years, actually said it best. What you really should do is the things that you want to post on on Facebook, the things that you want to post on Facebook, don't risk whether or not it's going to get removed, deleted, because it's false news or a community standards violation. Go over to StreetLock, post it on StreetLock, and then share it back to Facebook. You can do that. It looks fantastic if you do it too. So, do it. I think that's what you should do. But I try to do both. I can't post Facebook broadcasts on StreetLock because Facebook has blocked me since day one when I was originally with helping StreetLock and being mentored. I can't share a broadcast from Facebook. I can't share anything with a Facebook link on it. So I either have to go find an original post link on a website or someplace else, and then take that and put it onto StreetLock. And that's the way you should be doing it anyway. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to share something on Facebook someplace else, don't take the Facebook news link. Take the go find the original post news link. That's that post in the Facebook news feed. That if the source was CNN and they posted an article that you want to share on Facebook, go to CNN, take the link from CNN and post that on StreetLock, and then take it from StreetLock and go put it over on post it anywhere else you want to go. Put it in the Telegram broadcast group too. That Telegram broadcast channel is busy around the clock. It is not just broadcasts that people want to share. It's not just people sharing broadcasts. It is full of stuff. It is just full of stuff. To the best of my knowledge, right now, I think there are 6 admins, including myself, and the 5 of them that are there the bulk of the time are just super. Hats off to Jim Kelly. It's American Patriots Rising, which is here on Facebook with the national group. I believe all the state groups were shut down by Facebook. So the state group, the national group is still here. And I believe that it's moving over to Telegram as a Telegram group chat. I still, again, like I said earlier in the broadcast, think that you should leave it here, but just make clear that use it here to promote the Telegram operation that you have, Jim. That's just my personal opinion. Our 9 groups are going to stay here. They're not going to go anywhere as far as being on Facebook unless Facebook removes them. If they do, some of them might go downstairs into Messenger and become group chats, and then some may eventually get moved over to Telegram. Wake Up America group chat will probably get moved over to Telegram. I promise it will happen this weekend. And also it will go on to MeWe, where it will be both a group and a group chat. We're just, going to make sure we're set up where we need to be set up. If we're not set up on a social media network that you use, let us know. We're playing around with Rumble because we wanted to be able to live stream on Rumble. And by the time we figured it out and worked out how to do it, Rumble was acquired or merged with or did something with Truth Social. And the only reason it appears that that was done was so that Truth Social could have live stream video. And as I said, the last Boogie with the Bull broadcast, I have live stream video. I have StreamYard. See, up in the right-hand corner of your screen, powered by StreamYard. They offer 2 ways of doing it. One is a free account that gives you up to 20 hours a month in broadcast time. You can see that you get 6 cameras total. So you and 5 others or 6 others, and you're not on a camera. You're just live producing it. But you get 6 cameras right now for free, 20 hours a month worth of time. You don't get the green screens and the Chiron generators and all that stuff, which right now we don't really need. I mean, you can put your name on the screen, and there might be some other effects that you can do that I haven't played around with. But I don't know. We are going to join probably the first week of April. We're going to join into the $25 package a month, which will move us up to 10 cameras of broadcast that can be 8 hours long, and we'll be able to do unlimited broadcasts every month, not just once you burn up the 20 hours in a month, you're done until it recycles in next month. That's not an issue for us, though. It's not an issue for us. Jumping up to having 10 cameras available is something of importance. Hey, Artem Ivanov. I don't know what it says. I mean, I can read it. It says VUM today. I don't know what it means. If it's a foreign language, message me after the broadcast or type it out in English so I can understand what it is. I appreciate that you're watching. Also, let me know where you're watching. Are you watching on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, or are you watching on Facebook, or are you watching on Streetlock? No one's watching on the Telegram broadcast channel because it took too long to be able to set up that link. I will post the broadcast on the Telegram broadcast channel in the next few minutes. But Delilah's going crazy. Lunch is going to be ready. My wife has returned from morning appointments, so I'm going to go off and enjoy the afternoon. I don't know if there will be a Boogie with the Bull tonight. I don't think so. I'm going to be around to probably watch if Michael Anthony does in fact have a 10 o'clock talks or Studio 10 broadcast tonight at 8:30. I will be live in the chat group. In the live chat, taking part and having a good time. Michael said he was heading out to plow snow, I'm assuming on his properties in the greater Pittsburgh area, and maybe help other people up there because that's the kind of person he is in the greater Pittsburgh area. Plow out if they need plowing. If you're in the greater Pittsburgh area and you need plowing, talk to Michael. I'm sure if he can't do it himself, he will help you find someone who can. Our prayers and thoughts and hopes that people recover from any major snow that there might be in the Pittsburgh area, in every area. We have family in Rhode Island who are right on the beach, and they insist on staying there year round, and they deal with it. So our prayers go out to them. We have family in Massachusetts, all over Massachusetts, so our prayers go out to them, and well wishes to them. And we are sending well wishes out to the oldest Glovan, as far as I know, the oldest Glovan. My Uncle Larry is, I believe, being hospitalized right now, and that's all I'm going to say. So our well wishes go out to Uncle Larry and Aunt Claire and the family and the grandchildren, that everything turns out well for Uncle Larry. He was the middle. My Aunt Janice was the oldest, and she has passed a few years ago. My father, Mort, was the youngest, and he passed 3 years ago this December. So it is what it is, as my father, Mort, used to say. But Artem Ivanov, I don't know if there is a hidden meaning there in VUM today. So either message me after the broadcast or spell it out so that I understand. Anyway, it is, like I said, 12:18. I'm going to pull the plug. I'm going to go eat lunch because I am starving. It also looks like the sun came out for a while. As I said, my wife Donna was out working this morning, and cool. All right, I got a serious code from my wife that is very cool. But I'm going to say this, and Donna, who's sitting off camera, and she's always very good. If she walks in and I'm doing a broadcast, she puts up with it and moves around me, unless I haven't fed Delilah. But Donna fed Delilah before she left for work this morning, and you heard Delilah on the floor. I know the camera position changed, so Delilah doesn't lay on the bed anymore in the background. That was the green screen that we had behind us, was Delilah laying on the bed before. But I think we're going to lower the desk this weekend so that I can move to a comfy desk chair, and that might move the camera down low enough that if the bed's made and Delilah's in her office, you might see her on the broadcast now and then. So we covered everything we're going to cover. Last thing I want to do is repeat, like I said, if you are a truck driver crisscrossing the country right now, you're any kind of a delivery driver crisscrossing wherever, an Uber driver, a Lyft driver, taxi driver, any kind of driver that in the course of your daily working, you either pay 100% of your gas or any portion of your gas. I want to know how the price of gas where you work is affecting your work. Are you losing customers because you have to raise prices because gas has gone up? Are you taking on less work because gas has gone up? We all know I was in the limo business for a total of 43 years. And in times like this, to be honest with you, we cut the number of cars that we had. We rotated drivers as best as we could, so everybody kept working. I was on salary, so I, a few times in California, didn't get paid so that everybody else could get paid. But anyway, my wife is making signs like she's going to take me out to lunch. So, so GC in Orange Park, you never know. You might get to Boogie with the Bull in person. Hey, y'all have a great day. I'm smiling. That made me very happy. Like I said, I don't have an evening Boogie with the Bull planned. Decided to throw this one together at the last minute because if the rain looked like it was going to continue, there's always the chance that our beautiful AT&T broadcast quality internet decides to kick out. And I'm hungry. My wife is packed and ready to go. I got to get dressed because you only see what you see above the camera is is what I'm wearing. That's a thought no one needs to have. So I want to thank StreamYard for allowing us to stream live to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. If you're watching it there, do me a favor and subscribe, and get all your friends to subscribe and watch Boogie with the Bull broadcast 4,000 hours, because we need 1,000 members and 4,000 hours. And that will be hopefully all the monetizing of the broadcasts we will ever have to do. Because like I said, we own all the equipment. We pay for StreamYard. We, update equipment as we need to. We adopt other equipment as we need to. Matter of fact, the last thing I'm going to say is iPad Air 2 second generation. Spent 4 hours on the phone with a few Apple techs digging it out from where it was when I adopted it to getting it up and running. It's running 15.3.1. I was told it shouldn't run anything above 9. It's doing very well. Want to do a broadcast with people who have iPad Air 2s or that old of an iPad Air 2, first generation, second generation. I know that there were more generations after that, but I want to put together a bunch of us because I'm starting to enjoy using it very much. It needs a massive cleaning over what is on there that doesn't need to be on there. So maybe it would be fun one day to have an iPad and iPhone broadcast where aficionados of iPads and iPhones get a chance to share what they like about it, what they don't like about it, and go from there. And the last thing is I will play a new Chromebook against the Samsung 14.6-inch tablet when it comes out to decide which one that I'm going to end up with. My old iPad, the original StreetLock iPad that I got, no longer gets Chrome updates after June 22nd, so it's time to replace it, and I want a bigger screen. I think this one is 10-inch, and I want to move up to 15, 16, maybe 17, 32-inch if it's possible. The beautiful 40-inch TV set behind me on the desk here, if that could be my screen, that would be wonderful too. Anyway, going to call it 12:30. It's 12:24. I'm Dave Glove, and you're not. I appreciate everybody who watched, wherever you watched. Comment on the post wherever you saw it that you watched. And we'll do it again either later today, sometime tomorrow, or Monday. Donald Wisman, if you watch Donald Wisman's broadcast, will be live Sunday the 13th. That's tomorrow, Sunday the 13th. I believe it was 5 o'clock. But go to Donald's page and you'll see the post, or maybe you'll see it in your Facebook news feed. I believe he's going to be live at 5 o'clock. Might have been 5:30, but go and read it. It was 5 o'clock or 5:30, so be there at 5 o'clock anyway. And be part of his broadcast. And do me a favor, because I've been teasing him back and forth. I've seen him do his broadcasts for the 6 or 7 years that he says he's been doing them on Facebook, for probably the 6 or 7 years. And I would really like to get him on for 15, 20 minutes, might turn into an hour or two, and get his take on what's going on in America. And I'd like to get him on. So comment that Dave Glowman has invited you to do a Boogie with the Bull broadcast when you have some spare time, and we can do it. Also, Mark Hatfield, I know, is going to be on Donald's broadcast, or Donald is going to be on Mark's broadcast in the near future. I'd like to get him on too. There are just a lot of people. I didn't do this so much to build me up to being some big broadcaster that everyone would want to watch. I kind of did it because I wanted to help people get into it, and I wanted to help share everybody who's doing it. So, if I invite you to a broadcast, come on. Actually, I tell people I'll invite this person to do the broadcast, and if they say no, then that's it. I just go on to the next one. I'll invite that person. If that person says yes, that's when that's when the fun begins, because then I got to do it. So if you're out there and you got time, you want to talk about your broadcast, even if it's on another network, let me know. We'll fire up Streamlock Boogie with the Bull, the YouTube channel, the Telegram broadcast group. We'll link it to Streetlock. We'll link it to Facebook. We'll link it to MeWe. We'll link it to Gab. We'll link it to idominate.com. We'll link it anywhere we can and help you publicize your broadcast. We'll even help you create one through StreamYard. We'll get you on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, and we'll help get you shared everywhere you want to go. No fee, no money. Just want to do it because it's the right thing to do. There's so much information out there, so many people out there presenting the information, and just trying to put together a means of getting the information out to people who need it. It is 12:27. We're going to call it 12:30. I'm very hungry, so GCOP, get ready to rock and roll. And if you live in this area, Fleming Island, Orange Park, Middleburg, you know what GC is over on Blanding Boulevard. You know what OP is over, you know that OP is Orange Park. You know what I look like. If you watch the broadcast, you see me there, pop over and say hi. And maybe the last thing I'll say, and this will actually be the last thing, is that the Panera Bread over in Fleming Island, across from the Walmart in Fleming Island, and that plaza across the street. A lot of people meet there in the morning. Some people use it as an office. My wife Donna does. Our daughter-in-law does it as well sometimes. Maybe one day I will see about a table with Boogie with the Bull people, and we can sit and talk live. Maybe try going live from there. I don't know how successful we'll be, but we'll give it a try. Anyway, that's it. But Artem Ivanov, I'm intrigued now because I want to know what VUM period today with the capital U and the 2 means. So message me and let me know, or else I'm going to worry about it the rest of the day. Double B for victories. This Boogie with the Bull has come to an end. We hit that one. We hit this one.